Do 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 do. Everybody gets a kick out of it when I wear this robe. I don't know why, for some reason. It's made out of hemp. I made it myself. Yeah, I'm actually pretty good on the sewing machine. It's like a cool day outside. It's actually cold outside. And it's so comfortable. It's kind of like an indestructible Snuggie. Isn't that? That's pretty close. Anyway, getting on topic. No, Fujifilm didn't give me this. The title of this video is I wanted to thank Fujifilm. And I've never made a video thanking Nikon, even though I actually do love Nikon. This is the camera that I've actually, and this is the GFX 50R. This is the camera that I've been waiting at least 15 years for. I've always wanted a compact. For medium format, this is compact, girlfriend. For over 15 years, I've waited for a compact, medium format camera that's also affordable. I don't know if you know this or not. A lot of people never kept track of what the hell medium format digital costs, but it costs a freaking fortune. This exact same sensor in a Pentax 645 is astronomically expensive. In a Mamiya Leaf Credo, exact same sensor also. Way slower, way bulkier, far, far inferior autofocus. We're talking $18,000. Now in the used market, I see that GFX 50R is averaging somewhere around $3,200 or something like that. Of course, I'm not advocating necessarily buying a used one as opposed to a new one. Actually, I use this Velcro sheath to actually keep the body cap on, since it's important to protect the sensor. If you actually have this in a bag, it could actually rub against something in the lens cap, the body cap, excuse me. Body cap could become dislodged, and then something could actually touch the sensor. Or scratch it specifically, but you're not ever scratching the sensor, you're scratching the cover glass. So this is, by the way, an ingenious idea of mine. You actually put some hook and loops on the body cap, and then you get a hook and loop strip at Home Depot. And this is a brilliant way to travel with medium format cameras. But I really wanted to thank Fujifilm. This is, by the way, my favorite digital camera, period. It is. I absolutely love the 50R. People say, well, the autofocus isn't that... I just don't give a damn. This is not a hardcore sports action camera. Don't give a damn. I know a lot of people have actually bought a 50R, actually up in Photo Plus convention. I saw a lot of people walking around with GFX cameras, including the 50S, which I also happen to know. And I'm still waiting on my GFX 100. And yeah, I know the autofocus is much faster, and it is 102 megapixels, but let's be honest here. If you can't crucify the hell out of it with 51 megapixels in medium format, you probably can't do it with 102 either. So, however, IBIS on medium format, even though I don't give a damn about IBIS, since it's only really relational to video, is actually extremely helpful for reducing shutter shock, which is a serious issue on medium format due to the shutter mech blades and armature bars that actually are attached to those blades. They actually induce, when you actually take a shot at any shutter speed, a shock. And IBIS is a significant help for that. That combined with the OIS lens on like the 250 millimeter or the 100 to 200, which is probably nearly my favorite lens because it's so useful. I own all the GFX lenses, and I absolutely have to thank Fujifilm for producing this. This is compact for medium format, by the way. It's actually extremely compact. Anybody that thinks this is large is completely clueless. I am a grumpy pisser so far as it takes a lot to impress me. It really does. I'm jaded. You know, you're jaded. Kind of like, I saw a TV show where this like rich couple, it's like the wife was desperately trying to find something for her husband, and she went to this rare car dealer, and she found like this Rolls-Royce Phantom that's like worth $2 million, and they only made 30 of them, and it's just like a masterpiece of engineering. And she gave it to him on his birthday, and he came outside, and you know, he's living in a mega mansion, and it's like, oh, that's nice, dear. It's like, you know, he got so much, she can't even impress this guy with like a super rare Rolls-Royce vehicle. I'm far from rich. I'm not even close to it. Actually, I'm pretty freaking poor, which is why I own this. Well, no, that's actually an improper statement. I mean, what else would I own? Like a $40,000. If I had all the money in the world, would I own a $40,000 Phase 1? No, it's obnoxiously huge. The autofocus is slower than a constipated turtle. No. Point being, the point I was trying to freaking make is that there's really not much that impresses me. It's pretty rare for me to be impressed at all. And I absolutely love the hell out of this camera. I did black it out because I had a wild hair. I don't know if you ever heard of that before. Probably Europeans might not familiar with that American or Southern expression. It's like when you do something slightly crazy, it's like, why did you do that? It's like, I had a wild hair. It means you did something completely nutty off the wall. I blacked out all the stuff on the camera. Well, a lot of the stuff on the camera. You know, it says Fujifilm up here and the GFX50R up here. My buddy, photographer, actually has harassed me about that endlessly. By the way, if you do have a 50R, you are a complete and total idiot if you do not buy this hand strap. It is a it's a grip-built GB001. It was actually designed for use with the Fujifilm X-T1, and it attaches right here on the bottom of the tripod socket, and it'll keep you, let your hand go for letting some air into your hand and keep you from dropping the camera. Absolutely incredibly useful. If you own a 50R, you need to buy this grip belt GB001. Okay, just shut up and buy it. Period. But I have to thank Fujifilm for this camera because it's made me so happy. And there ain't much that makes me happy. It just ain't much. It's just not. It's just not. I'm just not impressed by much of anything. That's what happens when you get old and jaded or something like that, right? Don't really need many cameras. I mean, this camera, the X-T3, I am getting the X Pro 3. I wait for that to drop here in the next few days, whenever Fujifilm says it's going to drop, so I could buy one. But yeah. This is a thank you video. This is a thank you to the engineers at Fujifilm. This is an ingenious camera. I absolutely love the hell out of it. To me, it is a perfect camera. People say, well, how could it be perfect when the autofocus is slow compared to what? You know, the only camera that's faster than this is the GFX 100 for autofocus. You know, the next fastest medium format camera is way slower. Way slower. Nothing comes close to it. Medium format is not about hardcore sports action. However, the GFX 100 is the world's first medium format crossover camera, which I stated endlessly in my reviews, which were deadly accurate. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and big thanks to Fujifilm for producing this camera. Really love the hell out of it. Really do. I take it everywhere with me, really. The only reason I didn't take it up to Photo Plus New York is because I brought the GFX 100, but that was a loaner. And, I wanted to show it to some people, the GFX 100. Anyway. Yes, I'm never going to use this camera for video. That's why I actually put gaffer's tape over the mic holes. Mic holes are actually, on any camera, is a point of intrusion for humidity. And by the way, you don't need fast memory cards with this camera, or the 50S either, so 95 megabit per second SanDisk is more than fast enough for absolutely everything. Yeah, anyway, this is it. This is my favorite camera in the world. I have to thank Fujifilm for making it. Nikon didn't do it, Canon didn't do it, Sony didn't do it. Of course they didn't do it. Olympus sure as hell didn't do it. I waited a long time for this camera. Anyway, I wanted to say thanks to Fujifilm for producing a fine piece of precision Japanese manufactured perfection. This camera really is perfection. There is no such thing as a perfect camera. Everything has its little minor tweaks and flaws, just like Cindy Crawford's got a big old mole sitting on the front of her face, right? But that makes her who she is, right? That's what I'm supposed to say. Anyway, thank you so much. As I say in Russia, большое вам спасибо. Увидимся, до свидания. Пока, hasta luego. Vaya con Dios. That's it from the tattooed monkey. Yep. And my handmade hemp robe. Well, actually not handmade. I bought the fabric and I sewed it together on a sewing machine. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yes, indeed. Thank you. And goodbye.